I think when Kennedy Agyapong, he sat exactly where you sat when I was having an interview. He spoke about these same things in the northern part and how he wants, if he got the opportunity, to make it a food basket and some of the factors. But I think it's similarly to what you have just indicated. It means that you have seen some potentials that the northern can also awaken or bring to the fore.
It is going to be one of the most vibrant cities along the West Coast.
Wow.
Yes.
Ghana for you TV.
Ghana for you TV.
Ghana for you TV.
Yan kanta egumi so asew empanyimfo so ne wafuru duapa ne piano ne opa bibia kokotoko ne nye nabro o konfo e ho na meskani twitter ye na me kire wo mo mashira wo ayo kase pia.
One of the programs that I've promoted in my campaign is that every region will become a center of excellence.
Right.
And the 5 northern regions during an Alam presidency will become the food basket of West Africa. And you'll be amazed that within a period of 3 years, the whole landscape here in Tamale, not just Tamale, but in the 5 northern regions, will change completely. Because this is where the action is going to be. If this is going to be the food basket for the whole of West Africa, the commodity exchange, which is in Accra, would have an annex which would also be located here.
I think when Kennedy Agyapong, he sat exactly where you sat when I was having an interview. He spoke about these same things in the northern part and how he wants, if he got the opportunity, to make it a food basket and some of the factors. But I think it's similarly to what you have just indicated. It means that you have seen some potentials that the northern can also awaken or bring to the fore.
It is going to be one of the most vibrant cities along the West Coast.
Wow.
Yes. Basically, what this country needs is leadership.
Leadership, that's true.
It's about leadership. Yeah. Look, there are 3 leading figures who are going to contest for the presidency. Former President John Mahama, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is currently Vice President, and myself. Now, if it's about leadership,
there's a new force too.
If it's about leadership, then we are looking at, amongst the 3 of us, who has vision, who has competence, who has integrity, and who has shown that he can act. It's about action. Now, if this is going to be the measure for electing the next president, then in all humility, I think that Alan stands tall. But Rubicon, see, Ghanaians are looking for a number of things to happen. They want a leader who will bring an end to the division in this country. I mean, we all know that this country is divided in the middle. Every issue is politicized now. You listen to the airwaves. Every issue is now politicized, is between NDC and NPP. I mean, obviously, this does not bode well for our country. And you need somebody who can bring the country together, who can heal the country, who can reconcile the country. And I think that I'm the best person to do this. But it goes beyond that. People are also looking for a leader who can create employment opportunities. I mean, we know from the statistics that unemployment is now about 14.7. This is a very serious matter for us. It's almost a security issue now. And if you're looking for somebody who can lead this country in a way that would create employment opportunities, then my record is clear. Because we are talking about industrialization, we are talking about agriculture. And amongst the 3 of us, if we audit our backgrounds, both outside government and within government, if it is about jobs, then clearly Alan stands tall. It also goes beyond that. We are looking for someone who has a plan. Look, we have 2 dominant political parties. As I speak now, they put together, let's say, teams, manifesto teams, a new movement that is yet now to taste power. We have put forward the most comprehensive policy blueprint for Ghana's transformation, which is a great transformational plan. So if you are comparing us with the dominant parties who are now preparing their manifestos full of promises, as against a movement that already has presented a national plan for transformation, then again the choice should be obvious.
Odike, you want to say something?
Yes, just like Mr. Alanchamato said, we need consistency in our development. And the manifestos of MPP and NDC, they are not, the contents are not the same. So when we vote one out of power, whatever development they undertook truncates, and the next government starts all over again. So Ghana is not developing because we don't have consistency in our development.
In conclusion, I want to tell my brothers and sisters in this country that the great nations of this world were not built on the back of political parties, but on the back of great individuals. And the evidence is clear. It took one man, Deng Xiaoping in China, to move it from one of the poorest countries to the second most powerful economy. Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. Even in Ghana, we can see the impact of Kwame Nkrumah on Ghana's development. So it's not about political parties. It's about the individuals. And the greatest president of the United States, George Washington, for the 2 terms that he served as president of the United States, he was an independent candidate. So what further testimony do we need than to point out that leadership is seasonal? Every period or season in a country's life demands a different leader. Now, if Ghana is at a crossroads, we are in a crisis, then you need a transformative leader. And that's what I think I would offer. But thank you so much for this opportunity.
I was going to take a single message for the people of Northern Region.
Yes.
I mean, because
yes,
your
absolutely.
party is now getting roots in Tamale.
Yes, well, they
okay.
And this is probably, I think, in Ghana's history, the most powerful alliance as far as my recollection is. Yes, you know, to bring 10 different political groups together and for us to be working seamlessly, I think that in itself is a testimony of the kinds of people.
I was actually wondering how you were able to put all this
and
within, these great personalities
within a very short time.
Yeah,
within a very short time. And it leads me to one very important point, which is one of the reasons why we established the movement and one of the reasons why we've come together, that Ghana needs to go beyond the duopoly of the NDC and the MPP. It's become so obvious that unless we have a truly inclusive and representative government, this country is not going anywhere.
Ghana for you TV.
Ghana for you TV. Ghana for you TV.
Yan kanta egumi so asew empanyimfo so ne wafuru duapa ne piano ne opa bibia kokotoko ne nye nabro o konfo e ho na meskani tweta ye na me kye wo mo mashira wo ayo kase pia.